I want to be brutally honest with you. If you have a real hot episode, what do you think you should do? Do you think you should, especially last week's SmackDown? Last week's SmackDown was possibly the best SmackDown we've had in 2019. What do you think your job should be? Do you think your job should be to continue the momentum and continue to make an exciting show? Or B, just do the exact same thing you were meant to do last week that was originally supposed to happen instead of the NXT invasion and make your show look like crap? And if you chose option B, then you'd be crazy. So, what am I saying? Well, today here on SmackDown, as much as I love SmackDown, this wasn't a good show. I'm not going to be too hard on it. I'm not going to be like majority of the fans and really rip into this show. I thought there were some good things in this show, to be honest, but I just don't think it was a good show. So we start things off with Baron Corbin delivering a really awful promo. I don't like Baron Corbin when he talks. I mean, like, I would rather listen to freaking like, if you want to know my personal opinion on how bad I think Baron Corbin cuts a promo, I would much rather listen to the Bella Twins and Eva Marie collectively cut a promo. That's how bad I don't like Baron Corbin's promos. I would much rather listen to those three cut promos than listen to Baron Corbin. Probably mainly more the Bella Twins. I'd probably more lean towards Bella Twins instead of Eva, but that's just what I'm saying here. That's just my personal opinion. I would much rather listen to the Bella Twins cut a promo than, listen to Baron Corbin cut a promo, because Baron Corbin is such an awful promo. He can be good. Baron Corbin can be good, but this one was just terrible. Especially when he was having the imitation, that little mini Tron that's on, that little mini dog that is on that's on Roman Reigns' Titantron, or the mini Tron down the bottom. They pretty much had that dog on the Titantron screen making all these soft dog barks, and it was pretty horrendous. I really didn't like it. So then after that boring promo came to an end, then we had the New Day versus the Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And to be fair, look, I like the New Day, I do, but why give the belts why do they constantly have the Revival win titles and then just have them lose them immediately? I mean, like, come on, like, the Revival didn't even have a chance with those titles. And also Corey Graves was saying that it's impossible to become a 7-time tag team champion. I mean, Edge did it. The Dudleys did it. The Hardys have also done it. I'm pretty sure there are more teams out there that have become 7-time tag team champions. So it's not possible. So it is possible. So it's not impossible, Corey Graves. It is possible. And the New Day just made it possible as well. So the New Day are now 7-time tag team champions. I don't know why. I guess maybe they wanted a babyface team in there for Survivor Series. So now it's New Day versus Undisputed Era versus the Viking Raiders in the traditional Survivor Series. I'm not a fan of this. I love the New Day, but I don't think they should have won the belts. I think the Revival should have had a much longer reign. It just seems like But yeah, whatever. Just shows you how much they really care about the revival, I guess. So then we had the heavy machinery come out, but they were intact. They were attacked by the Imperium, Walter, Alexander Wolf, Fabian Eichner, and Martel and Martel. I'm not sure. Martel Bathel, whoever his last name was. But either way, but either way, they were attacked by NXT UK wrestlers. But you know, they're still doing the invasion, but they're not. It's not as impactful as it was last week. So then we had Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura continuing to talk to Daniel Bryan. And he's trying to convince him to join up with him and Shinsuke. And then this all led to Shinsuke and Cesaro versus Ali and Chad Gable. I am look, I can adapt to name changes like Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders, Ali, Andrade. I will adapt to change name changing, but there is nothing more worse than Shorty G. I am never uttering that sentence. I know I just said it, but I am never going to call Chad Gable that. Never. So, it is just downright. So, yeah. That's just my, so yeah. And this all led to Nakamura and Cesaro winning against Chad Gable and Ali. And then backstage we had Sami Zayn continuing to talk to Daniel Bryan. Still trying to convince him to join up with him. And then all of a sudden the lights go out. And the Fiend appeared behind Daniel Bryan and delivered the Man of a Claw on him. That was very surprising. I didn't expect that. I was actually really expecting like Daniel Bryan to chase after the Intercontinental title. So it seems like we're going to be getting a Fiend Daniel Bryan feud. Now, I know WWE would never do it. Now I know I don't think WWE would do this. But could you imagine if you really wanted to make the Fiend really important to this Daniel Bryan feud? I know they won't do this, but this is just my pitch. This is just my idea. Can you imagine if the Fiend actually went to Daniel Bryan's house with Brie and Birdie there, but instead of being the Fiend, you could probably have the camera cut back to maybe, you know, Bray Wyatt being the happy funhouse Bray. You know, maybe Bray's just minding her own business, and then all of a sudden, you know, Bray Wyatt's in her house. Like, being the happy, friendly Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan's watching on TV, trying to call out Bray, and then, like, Bray's at his wife's house. And then, like, and then Bray wants her and Birdie to join in the fun of the Firefly Funhouse with Mercy and Abby and even Rambling Rabbit. And then all of a sudden, Bray says to Brie to not worry, he will protect you, as in the Fiend. And then maybe you could have a situation where the lights go out, and all of a sudden the Fiend would have the Man of a Claw on Brie. And you just hit on Brie, and you just hear him screaming and you could just hear probably Brie screaming while the man of the claw is in her mouth, and Brian can't do a thing. He can't protect his wife. I don't know. I know they won't do that. I just think it'd be a cool idea because it's the Fiend. It's the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Like, you could do something creative like that. I know they won't do that, but I just thought, maybe that would be an interesting idea. If they ever wanted to do something like that, they could. But I don't know. I just don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen. I know it won't happen, but I just thought it was just an idea. Just ignore me. My ideas are stupid. I don't think they'll ever do that. But anyway, next we have Sasha Banks making her in-ring return against Nikki Cross. Sasha Banks has got new music. And, well, sort of. It's still Sky's the Limit, but just different. She's just got different music. But in my personal opinion about her new music, I think it's cool. I think it's fine. It's got Snoop Dogg singing in it, basically. It's people are telling me it's basically her WrestleMania 32 music. But, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to hate it too much. It's fine. It's good. It's not really awful. It's not like Buddy Murphy's music, where it's completely awful. It's good. It's good. I understand maybe why they wanted to change it, because, Sasha's different now. She's blue hair. She's got a new look. They probably just wanted to completely change her, like they did with Bayley. And yeah, I am going to miss Sky's the Limit, the original version, but I think they are still going to call the song Sky's the Limit, but it's just going to be like a remixed Snoop Dogg version. But either way, Sasha Banks defeats Nikki Cross here. That's that's what I gotta say about that. Sasha Banks gets the win, obviously, taps out Nikki Cross, and then Shayna Baszler attacks Bayley from behind, and Sasha Banks was halfway up the ramp when this happened. So Sasha did come running back to go check on her friend. So then we had Tyson Fury. Yes, this goofball, Tyson Fury, returning to Smackdown. And apparently why he's there is because they're in Manchester, and he's a pom. Well, I didn't know that, so I guess that's a little bit of knowledge there. And then all of a sudden, Tyson Fury calls out Braun Strowman, and they call a truce. They call a truce. They don't want to fight anymore. They come out. Braun's like, "Thank you, Tyson," and Tyson's like, "Thank you, Braun." And then they shake hands. And then all of a sudden, now they want to be a team. Now they all of a sudden want to be a team. And Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman as a tag team. I don't know what to say about this. This is completely shit. This is really shit. It's garbage. I mean, you bring Tyson Fury back for this? Tyson Fury should just stay in boxing and stay there for good. He should just stay in boxing and never return. To me, it's complete and utter crap. So, yeah, I just think this whole thing with Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman's crap. Sorry I went quiet for a few minutes there. I was reading something. Then the next match we had was Carmella and Dana Brooke versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Now, me personally, you guys know how I feel about Mandy Rose. As soon as I saw that graphic on the bottom, I was like, another loss coming for Mandy Rose. And boy, oh boy, was I correct. I mean, this is complete and utter crap. If Smackdown is supposed to be the A show, and if Smackdown is supposed to be treated like the A show, why is Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, two people that are actually very talented, two women, so why? Why is Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose? Don't get me wrong. I've got nothing wrong with Carmella. I've got nothing against Carmella. Carmella, I don't have a problem with. It's more of the fact that Dana Brooke was the one that actually got the pinfall win here. I know there are people out there that don't mind Dana Brooke. But me personally, I'm not that big on Dana Brooke. I'm not a big fan of Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke, she may have improved every now and then, but there is no way Dana Brooke and Carmella should be representing Team Smackdown. With them announcing that Sasha Banks is the team captain, you would think as the team captain, you would have a great team. Sonya and Mandy are two great talents. They're two great talents who are young and up and coming. Sonya and Mandy, you could have had them have a breakout performance in the Survivor Series. You could have had them do a breakout performance. But no, you would rather have them not be a part of Survivor Series, but have Dana Brooke be a part of it. What has Dana Brooke done? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're using Dana, but I just don't think Dana Brooke beating Sonya Deville is believable. Sonya Deville is more legit than Dana Brooke. Now, more importantly, if you're not going to use Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, if you're not going to use them to their fullest potential as a team, just split them. Just split them. Just freaking split them. In my honest opinion, Sonya and Mandy are better off on their own. Mandy Rose as a babyface and Sonya Deville as a heel. Now I've been hearing a little bit of whispers on my big ears over here, is that people want to see Sonya Deville as a babyface and Mandy Rose as a heel if they were to ever break up. And I'll tell you why I do not like that idea. Is that the main reason I've asked people this. I'm like, okay, what's your main reason on why you want Sonya Deville as a babyface? And they said it's because they want her to represent the gay community. Because, you know, she's gay and all, she's a lesbian. So I was like, so you want her as a face just because she's a lesbian? You just want her to be part of the culture of lesbians and all that stuff. Trust me, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against that. I've got nothing against Sonya being gay. I've got nothing personal against her doing that. But if you're going to say that's the main reason why she should be a face, you're pretty much saying you want her to be who she is in real life. You want her to be Daria. She can still represent the gay community while being a heel. To me, I want her to be a legit fighter. A badass ass kicker. Mandy Rose could easily be like the new generation of Kelly Kelly. A beautiful, sexy blonde who's very attractive and very popular. I'm not going to go too much in depth into this, but I really thought that was a silly reason why people want Sonya as a face. But that's just my personal opinion. And finally, the main event was King Corbin versus Roman Reigns. This was a very boring main event. And in my personal opinion, it was a very surprising ending. Roman Reigns loses this match due to Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Very surprising to see Roman Reigns lose this match. I don't know when it was the last time he had his... When was the last time he ever lost a match on TV? I know he's lost on pay-per-view, like he lost at Clash of Champions to Eric Rowan. He lost that Super Showdown to Shane. But we more mean like losing a match on Raw or Smackdown. When was the last time he lost a match on Raw or Smackdown? I can't seem to think when. It's definitely been a while, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, that is all I've got for you guys here on this edition of Smackdown. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit that thumbs up. Give me your opinions down below, your opinions on the show. And I will see you all in my next video. See you guys then, guys.